Happy Valentine's Day! There is something that I feel like I needed to share, and it will not leave my mind. So I am being obedient, and I will share. So a couple of years ago, I entered a time in my life that was really, really dark, and it was really, really hard. And it lasted for about 4 months. This was the darkest, hardest time that I have ever been in. And it was a time when my heart was broken into what felt like a million pieces, that it would never be able to be repaired. But towards the end of this 4-month stretch of darkness, I received a message, and that message said simply, learn about the healing that can take place. And I had no idea at that time what a beautiful journey I would be going on, a beautiful healing journey to help me come out of this place, and not only come out of that dark place, but to come to a place that is full of light and love and so much healing. So the other day I posted a picture of my painting that I had done for my birthday, and I was talking about how we can remove the bad seeds from our souls. And I also was talking about how we can remove big, gnarly plants that have grown inside of us, that have been there for a really long time. And I felt like I should share an experience that I just had with this. A few days ago, it kind of came to my attention that there was something kind of big and gnarly that's been inside of me for a really long time, that was ready to be looked at and ready to be healed. And I kind of felt overwhelmed going into this, because sometimes when we have those things that have been with us, those things that have hurt us, and they've been there for a long time, and it seems like there's a lot of components, a lot of other things that have come in and contributed to that particular feeling or emotion, it can seem a little overwhelming to start to tackle that. And I didn't really know what to do, but I just started with a prayer. And as I sat there pondering for a minute, all of a sudden I had all of these different experiences come to my mind that had contributed to this big, gnarly thing that was ready to be removed from me. And so I just started making a list. And every time I wrote down one thing, there was another thing to write down. Anything that contributed to this emotion that needed to be healed. And so 4 pages later, I hit a place where I felt like I, had gotten a lot of the contributing factors out and onto the paper. And then what I did from that point is I just started to pray. And in my mind, I imagined that the Savior was standing right in front of me. And he was standing there just waiting for me patiently. And I took my papers and I handed them to him. And I asked him to take them from me. And I asked him to remove all of those things that were on those papers, that he would heal, that he would pull out by the roots all of the garbage and the yuck that had contributed to this, everything that was on my paper. And I asked him to replace that with light and love, and the emotions that are opposite, the positive emotions, the positive things that are opposite of what was on my paper. And I asked him to heal any generational issues. A lot of times we can inherit things from our ancestors, so I asked for those things to be healed and cleared in them, as well as my children. It was really a simple prayer. It didn't take a whole long time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But at the end of it, I ended up feeling such a profound sense of peace and love and joy. And I felt light. I felt my body literally fill with light. I felt lighter, but then I felt light filling my body. And I know that there was a great deal of healing that has taken place. Now, I don't know if I can't say that this is never going to come up again, because it might. But if it does, guess what? I can just reapply the same technique and write down the things that come to my mind, and then take those and give it to the Savior while I'm looking at Him standing in front of me, place it in His hands. Now, the last thing that I did is that I took all of those papers and I took them outside and I burned them. And this part isn't really necessary, but for me it was just a physical thing that I was able to do to show that I was ready to release that. I was ready to give that to Him and to walk away from it. And what a beautiful experience that was. I felt like I needed to share that. And I'm so grateful on this Valentine's Day for my Savior. He is the ultimate example of love in our lives. He gives us unconditional love, always, every single day. It doesn't matter where we've been or what we've done. He loves us unconditionally, and He is just waiting for us to turn to Him and ask for His help. So I am so grateful to be able to share this message, and I hope that you all have a fabulous Valentine's Day, and that you can go find somebody that you can share your love with today. There is somebody out there that needs your love. Go find out who it is and feel the joy that will come as you give your love to someone else. Have a wonderful day. Bye.